last and not least, the parkland fees you were talking about. And you were talking about, actually, it wasn't the parkland fees. You were talking about things at the park that were getting run down, etc., something to that effect. Aren't the parkland fees supposed to take care of some of that?
Parkland fees, are you asking Judy or?
Well, she was talking about how the park, a lot of things had gone downhill. Correct. Is that my correct? Okay. So I'm asking parkland fees that are collected is part of their purpose to keep the park in a better condition than what it is.
Parkland fees may be used to for capital improvement, okay, but also for improvement of existing structures. Okay. They just can't be used, Richard, for operational expenses like, you know.
So is that what she was talking about, operational expenses, or?
Yeah, essentially, no.
See, I thought
what I'm talking about are capital improvements and improvements of various areas. The pool, for instance, we could use parkland fees to improve the pool,
right?
But not necessarily to pay the lifeguards with.
Okay, well,
something like
that.
That's
well, that's basically what I'm saying. I get the impression that, say, buildings could be a little run down. They need a little bit of painting. They need a little restoration.
And that's what we use it for when we. That's an improvement. That's correct.
Okay.
Painting of the building, perhaps replacing it with thermally efficient windows, or improvement of the existing structures, or with sufficient amount building in the building.
And here again, I'll bring it up, and people aren't going to. But there were a lot of parkland fees that weren't collected by. There were, which the audit brought up. That there were parkland fees that, so I mean, there's where some of that money could have benefited the park. Okay.
But that's history, Richard. As of this year.
I know it's history, but there's still two members of the planning to the town board here that were responsible for some of what went on. And I just want to make a point to that, that's all.
Thank you.
And it also went back to when Fred Harding was on, okay? And he tried to get things collected also. And then there's always changes in administration, and you try to be on top of things. You ask questions, were they collected? Employees tell you, yes, they were.
Well, why isn't there any oversight if that's the case? I mean, there seems to be a whole lack of oversight of anybody really getting anything done.
Not now.
I don't think so.
Well, all right. I guess I started enough trouble. Thank you. No, I mean, I just have legitimate concerns here.
There is oversight now. There's been oversight since the first of the year.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard.